Hey, what's going on, Guardians? My name is The Black Link. Coming back at you on Thursday, July 15th, 2021, with another issue of the Bungie Weekly Blog, This Week at Bungie. Solstice of Heroes is roaring on into its second week, and hopefully you guys are already done with the majority of your majestic armor grind. Thankfully, Bungie made it really straightforward this time around. If you haven't had a chance to dive into the Solstice of Heroes, we've got video guides for everything you need to know about the event up here on the channel. I'll have a link to that down in the description box below. Again, thankfully, Bungie made it really streamlined this time. It doesn't take any time at all to get through a lot of the challenges and get that fantastic looking final set of armor. But this week's swab is going to be about Season 15, and especially the way reputation is going to be changing, at least when it comes to the Vanguard and some of the activities tied to it. In a section titled Earning a Reputation, we learn about some major changes that are going to be happening with Commander Zavala and some of the other vendors starting next season. And of course, the first of those big changes is unifying ritual ranks and reputation. In Season 15, ritual reputation systems on Lord Shaxx, the Drifter, and Commander Zavala will be known as Crucible, Gambit, and Vanguard ranks, respectively. The names Infamy and Valor will be retired. Glory will continue to live as our competitive Crucible reputation system, however. We're also introducing Trials ranks in Season 15. There's going to be more about that in a future TWAB, though. Bungie is also going to be rebalancing all ranking systems to have similar progression times. Their goal here is to let players reset Vanguard, Crucible, and Gambit ranks slightly faster on average than Valor currently allows. There will also no longer be ritual-specific rules that impede progress. Additionally, they're removing win streak bonuses in exchange for activity streak bonuses. We'll learn more about that in just a sec. And because of that, reputation bonus weeks have been standardized to 2 times multipliers when active. And bounties will no longer provide reputation as rewards, but primarily focus on XP, which I find kind of funny since a while back Bungie was saying they wanted to move away from bounties being the best way to grind up XP. Anyways, let's move on. They go on to explain a little bit more about their psychology in making some of these interesting changes. They say that we looked at how long it would take for players who win nearly every game to reset their reputation versus players who lose nearly every game and tuned it so that the total time taken to reset is only around 2 times rather than the 3 to 4 times it takes right now. Overall, we expect 2/3 of your reputation to come simply by playing the activities. I like the sound of that. If you win matches in Crucible or Gambit, you'll still reset a bit faster, but if you lose a bunch of games in those game lists, you're going to be resetting your rank a bit faster as these changes go into effect. Things are going to be a bit more evened out between winning and losing, I assume. As we mentioned, Glory will continue to live as our competitive Crucible reputation system and will also retain win streaks for faster ranking. We don't have any specific plans to share on Glory right now, but we will be looking at opportunities in future seasons for potential updates. Then we get to learn specifically about some of the incoming Vanguard changes. Commander Zavala is getting a full ritual reputation, just like Lord Shaxx and the Drifter before him. As a note, Vanguard tokens of course are being retired, so make sure you spend all of them before Season 15 begins on August 24th, I do believe. Once these changes go into effect, players may earn Vanguard reputation when completing the following activities: Strikes, Nightfalls, and surprisingly enough, Battlegrounds, which I guess they're keeping around for another season. For those looking to take on a challenge, Nightfalls give different bonuses based on completion medals, which can be earned through high scores and defeating all champions. Bronze, Silver, Gold, and Platinum medals grant reputation bonuses, and Nightfalls grant reputation modifiers depending on the difficulty of Nightfall selected. The more difficult the Nightfall, the higher the multiplier will be. And if I can stop right there, I love the sound of this. Tying the reputation that you get towards these factions to the activity itself, which is something that we already see with Crucible and with Gambit, but doing it in strikes, making it so completing strikes or completing Nightfalls or completing Battlegrounds is actually going to get you a higher amount of reputation towards Commander Zavala, I think is a fantastic change, and making it so that Nightfalls give you a butt ton of the stuff. That's a great change. It's another incentive to actually get people into the Nightfall Strike playlist. Now, if only we could get a guaranteed Nightfall reward drop system. Oh, maybe something akin to, I don't know, the Skeleton Key system from back in Destiny 1. Wouldn't that be nice? Anyways, moving on, Zavala will also have a full reputation reward line, similar to the ones we added for Shaxx and Drifter in Season 13. Powerful rewards will be granted every third rank, and an Ascendant Shard will be rewarded when resetting the first time. After that, we learn a bit more about activity streaks and reputation bonuses. As noted before, Season 15 will introduce activity streaks. The longer you stay in Vanguard activities, playlist or direct launch by the way, the larger your streak bonus is. Guardians can even leave the matchmaking queue to snag bounties from the tower or clean out their postmaster in the helm without worry of losing their activity streaks. As a note, quitting activities or going AFK for extended periods of time will invalidate your streak, so be ready to play if you're looking to keep yours going. As with Crucible and Gambit, Zavala will be looking to host week-long reputation bonuses throughout a given season. Stay tuned for in-game announcements. So you're going to be getting an activity bonus the longer you stay in a playlist or stay in a given activity. I like that they made the motion to address that part there, meaning you could just load up Lake of Shadows and stay in the Lake of Shadows playlist and get this activity bonus. It's a great incentive to keep people playing the strikes that some people would generally be skipping out on if, they're not trying to complete a specific challenge or quest or whatnot. Additionally, the note there that quitting an activity will lose you your bonus means, when some of those more painful strikes like the one in the Dreaming City pop up, quitting out of that is going to cost you your streak here. But anyways, I think this is a great system moving forward. After that, we learn more about seasonal ritual weapon quests and ornaments. Next season, we're moving the seasonal ritual weapon and ornaments to the reputation reward tracks of Vanguard, Crucible, and Gambit. As players increase their reputation during the season, they'll work towards unlocking the weapon and respective ornaments from each vendor. We're also opting to update seasonal challenges, removing things like In It for Infamy in favor of challenges to earn ritual weapon rewards. Again, I guess making more of a streamlined system for the ritual weapons that we've got season by season. Next up, Grandmasters and Conqueror Gilding. Back when we introduced Grandmaster Nightfalls in the Conqueror title, with Gilding Seals still 9 months away, we wanted to give players a hard-to-reach goal that measured both skill, communication, build crafting, and time commitment, but that was also mindful of players' time and real-life schedules. We saw a lot of feedback about rewards and general time commitments to reach Grandmaster levels, so we've been making some improvements season over season. We added better masterworking material drops, adept weapons and mods, and title gilding. Seasonal challenges and plus 10 power seasons means it's never been easier to get to the pinnacle and artifact power needed early in the season. And the addition of a catch-up node, which currently appears during the final 3 weeks of a given season, help many players conquer this aspirational content, even if they couldn't play every week of a given season. Thanks to these changes, we're seeing a lot more players attempting Grandmasters and gilding their Conqueror titles than ever before. While we still believe that starting in Week 7 gives Grandmasters a nice seasonal cadence, waiting until the final 3 weeks of the season to guild no longer feels correct. I like where this is going. We would like players to play the week's Grandmaster Nightfall for rewards, not crossed out Lake of Shadows, aka the easiest perceived strike. Later in Season 15, we're planning to make the following changes to the Grandmaster catch-up node to let players guild their title earlier in the season, while also addressing our concerns over a single strike being a boon for high-tier rewards over the last 3 weeks of a season. Here's the changes. The Grandmaster catch-up node will become available at the same time that the Grandmaster difficulty is available, so long as you have the Conqueror title but have not yet gilded it this season. Very interesting. Each Grandmaster Nightfall will be available if the fireteam leader has not completed the gilding triumph for that strike during the season. So, in other words, you may play each featured strike for a season to earn your gilded title, and once you've gilded your title, the catch-up node will no longer be available. We're excited to release these changes in Season 15 and are looking forward to your feedback. Once you've had some time to dig in and earn your rewards, sound off with your thoughts. Okay, so this is going to be one of those things where I like a change and I dislike a change. And you guys who have been here for a while and know the kind of player that I am, you can probably see this coming from a mile away. I love that they're going to be opening up the catch-up node immediately. That's fantastic. It really sucks to have to wait till the last 3 weeks of a season to remember to jump on and complete some Grandmasters just to get, your shiny title. So opening that up to players who have already got their title and are looking to gild it immediately, fantastic change. Definitely on board with that. Now, on the flip side, I understand Bungie's frustration. When it comes to Grandmasters, you're trying to farm up some great weapons and all that kind of stuff. In the last 3 weeks, everybody just goes Lake of Shadows. Just jump into that. It's a 4-minute strike. It's easy to complete. I get that Bungie doesn't like that. I don't like that they're trying to take that away as an avenue for grinding. At that level, that's in-game. These are the top tier of top tier players, the people who've gotten to absolute pinnacle and artifact heights in terms of power level. Let them grind whatever they want. You still have the requirement of completing all the Grandmaster Nightfall strikes if they want to gild their title. Let that be the challenge they want to go for, and if they want to relax and play some Lake of Shadows to get a decent rolled version of the Adept Plug 1, let them. You don't need to cut off that grinding avenue. At least, that's how I feel about it. But anyways, those are some major changes coming in Season 15, and I gotta say, the majority of them sound pretty darn good to me. But that's not the end of where this TWAB's news goes. Last real thing we have to talk about is a new batch of Twitch Prime rewards. That's right, if you are an Amazon and Twitch Prime member, you can actually get some free stuff from your girl Amanda Holiday in the Tower Hangar. By linking up your Bungie account and your Twitch Prime gaming account, you'll receive a monthly batch of either exotic rewards or special exotic Eververse rewards. This month, we've got the Merciless Exotic Fusion Rifle, the Break the Dawn Exotic Ornament, the Symmetry Flight Exotic Ship, and the Soul Velocity Legendary Sparrow, available for pickup at Amanda Holiday in the Tower. If you're unaware of how to link your Twitch Prime gaming and Bungie account, of course there's a link to that in the TWAB, which of course is a link to down in the description box below. Go get your free rewards. But alright Guardians, that's pretty much it for the biggest bits of news contained in this week's issue of the Bungie Weekly blog, This Week at Bungie. Really interesting stuff there in terms of Season 15. It is hot on the heels. We'll be here before you know it. We're about a little over a month away. And of course, along with Season 15 is going to be the release of crossplay. And that is going to be one of the most exciting things the Destiny community could ever possibly face. Good stuff. But anyways, that's the news and those are my thoughts. Be sure to leave me yours down in the comment section below. How do you feel about some of this stuff? How do you feel about that Grandmaster Nightfall change at the end there? Be sure to let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest stuff we're putting out. I'm out for now. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, I'm the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.